Joining us now is Dr. Anthony Fauci. Hi, Dr. Fauci. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Before we get deep into the underlying issues here, let's see if we can just get to the top lines. As we know, what was recommended with J&J was just a pause. Do you fully expect the Johnson & Johnson vaccine to come back into use? And if so, how soon do you think that might be?
Well, I don't want to, Savannah, I don't want to get ahead of the advisory committee and immunization practices, but I believe this is going to take days to weeks as opposed to weeks to months. So I think we're going to be hearing about a decision pretty quickly. I don't think this is something that's going to drag out. They did the pause because, as we saw, first 1, 2, 3, then 4, and then 6, albeit as rare as it is, as you just said quite correctly and appropriately, less than 1 in a million. Nonetheless, as you said, out of an abundance of caution, they want to take a quick pause, take a look at it, see what's going on, see if there are any more details, and then that's it. But I think it's going to be a matter of days, not months, for sure.
That leads me to my next quick question, which is one of the reasons for the pause was to surface the issue and to see if there were any cases mixed. To your knowledge, have any additional cases of this very rare clot surfaced in the last 24 hours since the pause was announced?
To my knowledge, no. To my knowledge, no.
Okay. Let's talk about if you have received the J&J vaccine. A lot of folks are probably wondering, what should I do? What should I look out for? What's your advice to them?
Well, the first bit of advice is really don't worry very much because, just as we said, it's a very, very rare event. That's the first thing. The second thing, the bracket of time when this occurs was between 6 and 13 days. So it's between 1 and 2 weeks. So if you got your vaccine several weeks ago, then it makes it even less likely that you should have any concern at all. If you've had it within a few days, just stay heads up for symptoms, severe headache, abdominal pain, chest pain, things like that. But again, underscoring, Savannah, it is a very, very rare event. So you don't want people who've just received the vaccine to be overly worried about this. This is a rare occurrence. The pause is just as an abundance of caution to really scope out the situation a little bit more closely.
Which raises the next question, and I'm sure this was not an easy decision internally, but when you're talking about something that's literally 1 in a million or less than 1 in a million, and you're doing this out of an abundance of caution, is there concern about the implications of that? I mean, you have people who are skeptical of the vaccine already. If the next big battle in this pandemic is to get people vaccinated, is it possible that this was too much, that it was an overreaction, that this is a real setback?
Well, there are a couple of ways of looking at that. If you look at that on the other side of that coin, one of the most important reasons why people have hesitancy is that they're concerned about the safety. The very fact that you have an organization, 2 organizations, the CDC and the FDA, looking so carefully at this, making safety the primary concern, in my mind, confirms or underscores the situation that we take safety very seriously. So I would think at the end of the day, it could actually diminish hesitancy by saying, boy, those people there, they're looking at that really carefully. And when they say something safe, you can believe it's safe. So it goes both ways.
And very quickly, do you see at this moment any connection between the clotting issues observed with regard to Johnson & Johnson and the clotting issues observed with regard to AstraZeneca overseas? And I say observed. I didn't say caused by. I said observed because we don't know if it's cause or if it's just an association. But in any event, are those two connected? Right. Could they be?
Well, they certainly could be. There are some rather strong similarities about this with regard to the time frame following vaccination. Particularly importantly, the clinical syndrome of these clots together with low platelets. So there are a lot of similarities there that you just can't miss that, Savannah. It's pretty clear.
All right. Dr. Fauci, important to have you on today. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Good to have. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Savannah.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.